Somewhere along the way, parenting got a job description nobody signed up for. Be present, be patient, be consistent, be nurturing, and above all, be fun. Make the memories, do the crafts, build the fort, get on the floor, perform the joy. And if you're not doing all of that, if you sometimes sit on the sofa while they play, if you say no to the park because you're exhausted, if fun is the last thing you feel at 6 p.m. on a Tuesday, a quiet voice tells you that you're failing them. I want to talk about that voice today because it is lying to you. Not only is the pressure to be the fun parent unnecessary, the research suggests it might be doing your child more harm than good. Hello, I'm Chenawazi from the Quiet Parent family, and I welcome you to TQP. This one is for every parent who has ever felt guilty for just not feeling it today. Let's start with the pressure itself, because it didn't come from nowhere. Over the last 2 decades, parenting culture has shifted dramatically. What used to be enough, keeping children fed, safe, and loved, now comes with an invisible checklist of enrichment, stimulation, and emotional performance. Social media made it worse. Not because other parents are lying, though some are, but because you are comparing your ordinary Tuesday to someone else's highlight reel, their best moment against your worst one. And that comparison is making you feel like you're behind. You're not behind. You're just human. The fun parent myth says that good parenting looks a certain way, that it's visible, energetic, Pinterest-worthy, that love is best expressed through doing, activities, experiences, presence that looks like performance. But here is what decades of attachment research actually shows. What children need from their parents is not entertainment. It is attunement. And the difference between those two things? It will completely change how you see your role as a parent. Attunement is not a complicated word. It simply means being tuned in, noticing, responding, being emotionally present, even when you're not physically doing very much. A parent who sits quietly on the sofa while their child plays, available, calm, occasionally glancing over and smiling, is doing something profound. They are telling their child's nervous system, "You are safe. I am here. You don't need to perform for my attention." That is not lazy parenting. That is secure attachment in action. Compare that to a parent who is physically on the floor, building the biggest fort, fully invested, but anxious, distracted, performing their own enjoyment. Children are extraordinarily sensitive to authenticity. They feel the difference between a parent who is genuinely there and a parent who is going through the motions of being there. Forced fun is not connection. Real presence, even quiet, still presence, is. There is also a second thing children need that the fun parent myth gets completely wrong. They need to see you be a person. A parent who never says they're tired, who never declines, who always has energy and enthusiasm on demand. That parent is accidentally teaching their child that adults don't have limits, that feelings should be hidden, that the right response to exhaustion is to push through and perform anyway. And then we wonder why our children struggle to recognize their own limits. When you say, "I'm tired today, so we're going to have a quiet afternoon," honestly, calmly, without guilt, you are teaching something invaluable. That it's safe to have needs. That rest is not failure. That you can love someone deeply and still take care of yourself. That lesson will serve your child for the rest of their life. No fort required. Now, I want to talk about memories because this is the thing that catches parents most off guard. Ask any adult what they remember most warmly about their childhood. Almost nobody says the expensive holiday, the big birthday party, the perfectly curated experience. They say things like, "My mom used to sing in the kitchen. My dad always stopped what he was doing when I walked in. We used to watch the same film every Sunday and laugh at the same parts every time." Ordinary, repeated, warm, present. The moments that become memories are almost never the ones that took the most effort. They're the ones where a child felt, seen, like they had their parents' real attention, even for a moment. You don't need to be fun to give your child that. You need to be real. So here is what I want to give you today. Permission. Permission to say no to the park when you're exhausted. Permission to put a film on and sit beside them without interacting. Permission to let them play alone while you have a cup of tea in peace. Permission to be a person as well as a parent. None of that is neglect. None of it is failing them. All of it is modeling something real. Your child does not need a parent who performs joy on demand. They need a parent who is honest, who is present in the way that is actually available to them today, who loves them on the hard days as well as the easy ones. That parent, the real one, the human one, the tired one, is exactly enough. If this gave you something today, a little less pressure, a little more permission, I'd love for you to share it with a parent who needs to hear it. The one who is lying awake, wondering if they're doing enough. Because they are. The Quiet Parent Toolkit is in the description below. A free PDF with the CALM method, connection prompts, and more. Download it and keep it close. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What does connection look like in your house on the hard days? The ordinary ones. Tell me. Because this community's answers will mean more to someone reading them than anything I could say. Next time, we're talking about the one phrase that stops most tantrums before they even start. One phrase. That's it. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Take care of yourself. Raising the early years with connection, not perfection. One quiet moment at a time.